Good morning, students. Today we have to discuss the last form of business organization is your joint stock company or company. Now you have to discuss the meaning, features, and merits and demerits of a company. A company is an artificial person created by law with separate legal entity, perpetual succession, and common seal. Or we can define a company is a person artificial, invisible, intangible, existing only in the eye of the law. A joint stock company is a voluntary organization of individuals for profit having capital divided into transferable shares, the ownership of which is the condition of memberships. Now we have to discuss the features of the company. First, we have to discuss artificial person. A company is an artificial person created by law. In India, the law in the form of the Companies Act 2013. After the registration of the company, it gets the status of an artificial person and exists independent of its shareholders, also known as members of the company. Separate legal entity. A company has a separate legal entity, thus it can hold property in its name, enter into an agreement with others, can sue others, and can be sued by others. Then number 3, perpetual succession. A company has perpetual succession, meaning that it can exist on a continuous basis irrespective of change in the pattern of shareholders. Common seal. Since a company is an artificial person, it is required to conduct the business through others, that is the directors. The company may or may not have common seal. If it has a common seal, it is fixed to all the important documents as a token of the company approval. Formation. A company is formed under the provision of the relevant acts after completing certain formalities. Where these formalities are completed and a register of the company is satisfied. Limited liability. Limited of shareholders of company is limited to the extent of the value of share subscribed by them. If these shares are not fully paid, liability of the shareholders is limited to the extent of the value of the unpaid amount of shares. Transferability of shares. Shares of company are transferable freely except private companies. However, the company may put restriction on transfer of shares in specific situations as provided in the Companies Act 2013. Management and control. The ultimate authority of management and control of a company lies with shareholders. However, their number is usually large. In many cases, more than a lakh, that they cannot participate directly in the management process. Therefore, they elect director who manage the affairs of the company on behalf of the shareholders. Risk bearing. In the case of company, the business risk is spread very widely among the number of shareholders. Further, the liability of the shareholders is limited to the extent of the issue price of the share subscribed by them. Now we have to discuss the merits of the company, that is your vast financial resources, limited liability, easy transferability of interest, perpetual succession, ample scope of expansion, public confidence. A company to others form of organization particularly a public company is also to raise the vast financial resources because it can invite the public to subscribe various financial instruments like share, debentures, etc. Further, with a strong capital base, the company obtain loans from the financial organization also. Limited liability, as we are already discussed, the liability of the shareholders are limited up to the shareholding by them or to the extent of shareholding by them. Then number 3, easy transferability of interest. In case of a public company, transfer of interest on shares and debentures is quite easy. Therefore, the member may convert their financial instruments into cash whenever they wish. Perpetual succession, a company has perpetual succession, therefore it keeps on continuing even in the case of change in shareholders. Ample scope for expansion in the company form of organization. There is ample scope of expansion because resources of different types, financial, managerial, may be procured with much easy. Public confidence, there is a high public confidence in the company form of organization. It is formed and run according to the prescription of the Companies Act 2013. Information about the working of the companies shared with the public regulation intervals. Now we have to discuss the limitation or demerits of the company. Complex formation. The process of forming company is quite complex because it involves complicating various formalities along with the preparing a number of documents. Further, these documents can be in accordance with legal requirements. Then legal regulation. A company has a work under legal regulation prescribed by the Companies Act 2013. These regulations cover almost the entire working of the company. Lack of secrecy of information. A company is required to share its information while a large number of shareholders. This results is lack of secrecy of information. Delay in decision making. In a company, the number of managerial levels tends to be high. For making decisions, the relevant matters pass through the number of levels. This process tends to delay in decision making. Further, many decisions, even decisions like payment of dividend, require approval from shareholders. This results in delay in decision making. Oligarchic management. Oligarchy is a power of structure in which power concentrated to a few hands. This applies to a company. On paper, all the shareholders jointly approve major decisions. However, in practice, the management led to promoters of the company concentrated all the powers because a wide shareholders. This leads to manipulation, which has been evident in the example of many companies. This is about today. Have a nice day. And next day we have to discuss regarding the formation of the company and the steps of the form of the company.